So I got the urge to play some Bad Company 2 the other night, and I asked my buddy Sweat. I was like, "Hey, you wanna hop on and play some Bad Company 2?" Because I don't know why, I just feel like playing it. Because sometimes you get tired of Battlefield 3, but you want to stay within the Battlefield realm. And with all the talk lately of Battlefield 4 and Bad Company 3, I was like, man, let's get on here and try it out. But I didn't play a lot of Bad Company 2 on the PC. Most of my Bad Company 2 playtime came on the Xbox. It was before I really played hardcore on the PC, and so I am kind of a noob in terms of having a lot of the stuff unlocked. But that doesn't mean I can't use the mouse and keyboard, because I am still pretty efficient in this game. I may not be the best in the world. I'm definitely not as good as I am as Battlefield 3, but it is so much more fun to play lately. I've really been enjoying playing Bad Company 2. I don't know what it is. I guess it's just, you get to that point, ooh, this guy got turned on pretty bad. You get to that point where you're like, okay, I've played enough of this, and you go back to the older games, and I think it's the normal progression with any games. You see it a lot in Call of Duty. People get tired of the newest Call of Duty, and they go back and say, well, this is the best Call of Duty, and you see them playing like Modern Warfare 2 and Black Ops 1. But, it got me to thinking, though. It's like, inevitably, we are going to be getting Battlefield 4 here in about a year. So this time next year, we'll probably be playing Battlefield 4, unless something crazy happens and they completely do a 180. The stuff with Medal of Honor basically revealed that in the fall of this year, we're going to be playing the Battlefield 4 beta, which means if you follow the typical release schedule of EA for their big titles, we should expect some sort of big game to come out in October of 2013. Now, everybody's expecting it to be Battlefield 4. There's really no secrets behind that, but lately I've been really thinking, wouldn't it be more advantageous to have Bad Company 3 come out this year? And I know a lot of you guys are really, really excited for that game, even the idea of it. There's obviously nothing that's really been released about it. They haven't even talked about Battlefield 4 other than the beta. And that was merely to get you to buy Warfighter. So there's been some leaks though saying, hey, Bad Company 3 is in development. They had that job listing thing on LinkedIn, but all signs point to Battlefield 4 in the fall. And I really think that they would be better off releasing Bad Company 3 first. And the reason why is because we've played Battlefield 3 for the last year and 5 months or whatever. And we still have one DLC to come, so it looks like we're going to be playing Battlefield 3 for a really long time, giving this game almost a 2-year shelf life, which is awesome, don't get me wrong. But from a business standpoint, I was thinking, for the sake of variety, for the sake of giving people something fresh, something different, it would be more advantageous for EA to release Bad Company 3 between big Battlefield releases. Now, I know there's going to be a 2-year period where there's no new Battlefield game. That's fine. I mean, that's different than the Call of Duty cycle where you get a Call of Duty every year. So that's one good thing to take out of this. But when thinking about Bad Company 3, I feel like the atmosphere is so much different. It gives us a different perspective on the Battlefield. And it's a much different game. I mean, if you look at some of the maps, they're a lot more linear. They're a lot more choke point oriented, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. I mean, that's just the way this game plays, and it gives us some variety. So I'm actually curious what you guys think. Would you rather see a Bad Company 3 offering or Battlefield 4? Because, in the back of my mind, I'm thinking, if EA's guys sat down and said, alright, look, we've got 2 years between Battlefield games. We're releasing Medal of Honor Warfighter in fall of 2012. Let's do Bad Company 3 in 2013. That way, when Battlefield 4 comes out, the next-gen consoles will be in full force. You can push the game to its maximum on the Frostbite 2 engine. But in the same respect, Battlefield 4 will feel a lot fresher, because we're going to be playing Battlefield 3 for 2 years and then turn around and go straight into Battlefield 4. And I know that in Call of Duty that works, but I feel like with Battlefield games, it's just not going to feel as fresh. And I think having Bad Company 2 in between those would make these games feel a lot differently, because the pacing of Bad Company games are a lot different than Battlefield games. Now granted, they slap Battlefield on the front of Bad Company, but I tend to separate them just because, like I said, they just feel so much more different. And I do enjoy Bad Company 2. I know a lot of you guys still out there really like this game a lot better than Battlefield 3. You say it's even more fun even to this day. So I can imagine that Bad Company 3 would sell really, really well. I mean, this game even sold really well. So let me know what you guys think in the comments, because I'm actually pretty curious, because I've been thinking about this a lot. With the new releases coming out, I know we're already getting Battlefield 4 in the fall. I mean, this is more of a hypothetical situation. There's really no way around it. If they released info saying, hey, Bad Company 3 is coming out in fall of 2013, I would actually be shocked. I would actually not really know how to take that information, because all signs point to Battlefield 4, with the Medal of Honor release, beta crap. I'm sure that if you buy Battlefield 4, you will get access to the Bad Company 3 beta in 2014. I'm sure that's how EA will keep the cycle going, and this cycle started with Medal of Honor 2010. If you look at it, if you pre-ordered that, you got access to the Battlefield 3 beta, and if you pre-ordered that, you got access to the Warfighter beta, and if you pre-ordered Warfighter, you got access to the Battlefield 4 beta. So you see what they're doing here? They're making sure that you're constantly pre-ordering those big EA games. So they're making sure that money is a-flowing, and I think that's their idea with a lot of their releases here. So in my eyes, it would make more sense from a business standpoint to release Bad Company 3, and I think Bad Company 3 would have a lot more to offer, especially with fans like me who have been playing so much Battlefield that you want something that plays a little bit differently. And I like the environment and like the atmosphere of Bad Company games. I think they feel very different than the modern military shooters. They're a little bit more lighthearted. I mean, even the actions in the games, they have more advanced gadgets and stuff like that. I kind of appreciate that out of these games, and I really did enjoy Bad Company 2. It's a shame that I wasn't really playing it as hot and heavy when it was at its kind of pinnacle, when people still actually cared about Bad Company 2 stuff, but I mean, back then I didn't really care that much about posting gameplay, but you know, there's still a lot of fun to be had in this game even to this moment, which I think is a true testament just how popular this game is. I mean, if you look at some of the servers, there's a lot of populated servers still on Bad Company 2. There's no doubt about that. So let me know what you guys think. Would you rather see Bad Company 3 come out in this fall or Battlefield 4? And this is mainly just your thoughts on it. I'm just curious how you guys feel about this situation, because you know we are getting Battlefield 4 in the fall. There's no doubt about that. But if you missed my past videos, now's a chance to catch up. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.